After our night in Namdo, we leave early in the morning and begin climbing again. Even though we are heading south, the route does not simply descend toward civilization. Western Nepal rarely works that way. To leave one valley, you often must first climb into another. The trail rises steadily above the river, and before long we are once again approaching 4,000 meters. It is a reminder that the journey out of Dolpo is not easier than the journey in, only different. The climb is long but gradual. As we gain elevation, the view opens behind us. The valley we walked through the day before stretches far below, and Namdo slowly disappears into the landscape. You realize how isolated these villages truly are. From above, the houses look small, almost temporary, against the scale of the mountains. Along the trail, we begin meeting people. Soon, we encounter several women carrying enormous bundles of straw on their backs. The loads look almost larger than the person carrying them. They move steadily and confidently along the same steep path we are climbing carefully. We stop and greet them. Encounters like this are some of the most memorable moments of trekking. There is curiosity on both sides. We are travelers passing through their world, while for them we are unusual visitors walking a route they use as part of everyday life. Despite the language differences, communication happens easily. Smiles, gestures, simple words, and laughter. You realize that for the people living here, this is not an expedition. This is normal life, carrying fuel, fodder, and supplies along steep mountain trails day after day. Watching them walk, you also understand how strong these communities are. High-altitude living requires endurance not just occasionally, but constantly. After the interaction, we continue climbing and eventually reach the high point of the trail for the day. From there, the route levels and then begins a long traverse across the slopes. The environment continues to change. Compared to Upper Dolpo, vegetation becomes more visible. Small trees appear. Bushes line parts of the trail, and the landscape feels less stark. The air feels slightly heavier, and breathing becomes easier than it was at the highest passes, even though we are still high in the mountains. This trail is part of an old corridor that once connected Dolpo with the middle hills of Nepal. Long before trekking maps existed, villagers and traders walked these same routes to exchange goods between ecological zones. Wool and livestock from the high valleys, grain and supplies from lower elevations. So this day becomes a long walking day. No dramatic pass, no dangerous cliff, just distance and time. Hours pass in a steady rhythm, step after step along a path worn smooth by generations. Gradually, the afternoon light changes, and signs of settlement begin appearing again. Stone walls, cultivated terraces, and grazing animals. Finally, we reach Mejela. After a full day of walking, the small settlement feels welcoming. Houses sit along the slope, fields surround the village, and the atmosphere feels calmer than the high plateau of Dolpo. We are still far from roads, but we are clearly moving toward regions with more regular contact with the outside world.
If you would like to know more about my experience over the past 5 decades, learning and using more than 30 languages around the globe, with adventures in 101 countries so far, then please visit my website, polyglotdreams.com. There you will find my memoir, A Life in 30 Languages, translated in various languages and integrated with audio and dual readers to offer a great way to improve your target languages.